weather, I think, helped Iowa, but I don't think it was a huge factor because, I mean, both teams had to play, in the wind and the rain. And Iowa just had a better – I think it was really came down to the run game, which Iowa obviously had a offense, a great run game. And I think near the end of the game, Kaleb Johnson was like 198 yards, and everybody was begging the coaches, just let me get 2 yards. Let me get 2 yards. So good job. I was happy to see him. I think he's got to be the starting back going forward. I don't think, there's any doubt in my mind.
He was, and that wasn't even, let's be honest, he carries the ball 22 times for 200 yards and a touchdown. Of course, the 75-yard rush helps those numbers, but he was the workhorse.
Oh, yeah.
Let me grab the score here. I don't believe LaShawn ended up with, how many carries did LaShawn have? He had 1 carry in the game. Jazz Patterson had 4. I mean, Gavin Williams isn't even seeing the field much right now at running back. I feel bad for him because he's a seasoned veteran, but they got 2 really good freshmen, one of which has become a workhorse.
Oh yeah, and I think I for the little what we saw Jay-Z Patterson, I feel like he might be one of those like streakers where he's got like a Tyler Goodson where he's got I think he looked a little faster than Kaleb, but that's just what I saw. I mean, obviously I could be wrong at that.
Let's not. I mean, I know you're not doing this. Let's not discredit Caleb's speed.
Oh no, Kaleb is freaky fast. I just think Jay-Z Patterson is probably just a touch faster.
That long Eric Dickerson stride, and Kaleb is hard to catch. I mean, he is and you've heard me say it, Alex. I think he's going to be Iowa's best back since Sean Green. And
yeah, I think I've heard a lot of other people say that too. I was kind of scrolling through Twitter as the game was going on, and after that 75-yard touchdown run, people were making the comparison to him to Sean Green. So I think that'd be pretty cool to see if we could have another back like that.
And let me just say this: he's got a chance to be better than Sean Green. I mean, I'm not saying he's going to get there because Sean Green had one unbelievable year in 2008, jumped to the league, had a nice career in the NFL. Of course, running back lives are so much shorter. But Kaleb Johnson, I mean, physically, he is much more impressive as a freshman than Sean Green was.
Yeah, and he's true freshman too. So I mean, he's got a long time here.
He's faster than Sean Green, but Green obviously had a lot of attributes that you want in a running workhorse, if you will. But that's what Kaleb Johnson's turning into right now.
Yeah. I did tell you that Kaleb Johnson a couple shows ago needed to get more touches. Talking to you.
hey, listen.
I know.
You weren't breaking any news to me. You know I've been touting that kid since he signed.
I agree. And then to get to the offensive line, they are playing so much better in this new configuration. A person that I was on top of and saying bad things about was Connor Colby. And Connor Colby playing at left guard had a great game today. I particularly watched him because, just because. So I just want to say that the offensive line played great. And like any football game, you're going to have some negative plays. I mean, you can't block 100% of the people 100% of the time. It's just never going to happen.
Tyler has a question about Kaleb Johnson. Is he going to be the next Sean Green? I think he's a different runner than Sean Green. Sean Green especially in the NFL, turned into a bit of a plotter. Kaleb Johnson ain't never going to be no plotter. All right. He just doesn't play that way. He's got we talked about the long stride. He's bigger. He's taller. He's faster. Now, does he run with the same authority? Not yet. Not to the level of a Sean Green. But boy, he made a nice jump cut in this game behind the line of scrimmage, which he has not shown off as much. He's getting comfortable, and he is the bell cow moving forward, folks. And I'm not the only one who told you so. Lots of people who knew what Kaleb Johnson brought to the table back in the spring, back in the summer, with a lot of people saying, hey, this guy's for real, and he certainly has proven that so far. As for Hawks, yes, Sean Green punished tacklers, and that's where, and I still think Caleb's got some room to grow as it relates to making guys miss, but he's got the tools. He's got the tools in the toolbox. As Kaleb finds holes like I haven't seen in a while. Corey, do you think Caleb's coming out party to be our number one if he isn't already? He's our number one. He's the number one guy right now. Takai, I'm sorry, I was calling you tackle. Young guy. All right, he carried the ball, 28 times today compared to 22 times? 22 times compared to, I think, 2 total for any other back. I think Arlen Bruce had 1 carry out of the backfield as well. No, he's the workhorse moving forward.